This here is glass coat from Simonize. This is what a huge percentage of the dealerships will try and sell their customers, somewhere in the average of about $800, which is pretty pricey. Now we're going to put it on the same panel against a coating that I offer. One of them. One of many coatings that I offer. This is Jade. This is a 2-year coating. And I'm really anxious to see, because I've never used Simonize. I don't work for a dealership and I can't get a hold of it. I actually have a very good friend who cares about his customers. That they sell this, and he sent me Simonize. He wanted me to do this. He wanted me to put it up against a real coating and compare them, so he could see himself if this is something that he should keep offering his customers, or maybe upgrade to something different. So that's what I'm going to do for him, and I'll let you guys see it as well. And I get to see it, because like I said, I never get to use Simonize. So preparation is key for any coating. It doesn't matter what it is. So we're going to wash, clay, decontaminate, use ferrous metal remover if you need to, and at the very least a polish with a fine polish, exfoliate. And that's what we're doing here. Then we'll follow up with an IPA solution or panel prep, and we'll get ready for the coating. By the way, Simonize glass coat is not available for the general public or even detailers as far as I know. However, I have seen them on eBay, and a vial will go for around $29 or so. Quite frankly, the only experience I've ever had with Simonize is removing them. When the customer brings a new car and they have applied this, they want me to remove it and put on a real coating. Removing the coating after it's been cured for quite some time is no chore at all. It does come off easy, but we're going to go through this whole process looking at application and absolutely everything about the coating itself. With the panel properly prepped, we can now apply the products. We have a masked off area for each. On the left, glass coat. On the right, Jade, with a control area in the middle. Let's get some gloss meter readings first before we get it applied, and we'll take some a little bit later and see if there's a nice big jump or a leap when it comes to gloss from either product. The panel's pretty much fluid all the way across, and the only difference between the two when it comes to gloss is 1/10 of a unit. So let's get these applicated. We'll start with the glass coat from Simonize first. And applying it on the pad, I can already tell you a little bit of a difference I feel from all the coatings I apply is it's very, very thin. No viscosity whatsoever, and soaks right into the microsuede applicator. Another thing I'm noticing as I am applying it is there's no drag or there's no resistance whatsoever for the applicator. It just feels like I'm gliding the microsuede applicator across a nice slick panel. It's not very thick either. There's a little bit of a trail as I'm moving the applicator, and remember what this looks like as we get to the next side of the panel. It's just thinner. It just seems to me so far like a less concentrated version of a ceramic coating. With some of the ceramic coatings, I can apply to a panel or two, or sometimes even three before I have to come back and start to remove that transfer solution before it starts to get too tacky. So we'll let it sit for a bit. Now, it has been a couple minutes. I'll bring you back in. You can start to see that rainbow effect. That is the telltale sign. It's time to remove the transfer solution. The SiO2 is starting to bond with the surface. Wiping it off. Again, I feel no resistance whatsoever. It's just like the towel is gliding across a slick panel. So it is the product is, if this turns out to be a durable product, it is very user-friendly. I can tell you that much. All right, we have that applied. Definitely a different experience than the coatings that I have in stock. So let's get to that coating. This is Jade, again, a 2-year coating. We'll put that on the applicator. Now, going on, this is a little bit thicker. Now, instead of putting water on the microsuede applicator, you can see it doesn't soak right in. It's more like putting oil on it. And as we get over to the panel, having applied this to many, many cars, you get drag. You get some resistance as the tackiness of the solution pulls on your hand or the applicator as you're dragging it across the panel and spreading it out. You know you're working the product with this. Let me get you guys in just a little bit closer, and you can see the trails, for lack of a better word, that the applicator leaves behind as it's pushing the solution around. I'll get to a better shot in a little bit here, but you can immediately see this is a thicker solution. Right there, you'll be able to see the trail that it leaves behind, and it's a little bit more of a viscous product. So we let that sit for a while, and again, for a couple minutes. With this, I can apply it to 2 panels and then come back and start to remove before the transfer starts to get a little bit too tacky. Okay, that's going to do it. We have both of these applied, and we will let them sit the full 24 hours or more. I have plenty to do. It'll probably be a day and a half till I get back. Okay, we're back at it with both coatings. Have had plenty of time to cure. The Jade side seems just a little bit more slicker. Not a whole lot, but there is a bit of a difference, and the best way I can tell is doing this. This always holds true to what I'm feeling. And there's a slight difference as the block goes right off the panel for the Jade side. Okay, now what I am anxious to see is this right here, the gloss meter readings after it's applied and cured. That will end up being a jump to 92.9 from 89. Not very impressive at all. So let's jump over to the Jade side. We'll get just as many readings and get the average from that section as well. And that's more like it. We're jumping up to 98.2 gloss units. That's a nice big leap, and that's what I would expect. So far as I would have guessed, Jade takes it in gloss by a nice margin, and then just slightly with slickness. Now time to have some fun. We can debunk some myths while we're at it here. The crap you see on social media with these junk products, people putting torches and throwing lighters at their car and all kinds of stuff trying to promote these coatings that they're trying to sell. It's just bull crap. So we'll run a hand torch across it, one line. We'll keep an eye on that area. We're also going to take the heat gun in one little spot up to about 290 degrees plus on both sides. We'll keep an eye on those areas. And now what I'm going to do is show you what it takes to remove these products when they come in, and if you want to change coatings, or if a coating's at the end of its life cycle, whatever the reason is you want to remove a coating. A polish will do it, but we're going to use Nanoskin Speed Cut and a Eurofiber 50/50 pad with this 3-inch polisher, 3-inch pad on the flex polisher. We're going to run one trip over and back, and then we'll keep an eye on that as we get outside and do the beading test, run some water over it, and then the chemical resistance test. That will be enough beating up the panel inside. Let's drag this thing outside and take a good look. There's a difference. In the jade side, you can see it made the panel look darker and richer in its designated area. And I really can't find where we applied the Simonize. If you can, let me know. I don't see it. Let's run some water over it, check for beading. And they both have some beading. There's one side that has more significant beading with a higher contact angle, obvious to see which side that is, and you have the neutral side or the control in the middle. And as you can see at the top, that strip that goes across, no coating will survive a torch. If you see that on social media, run like hell. You can also see the path that we cut with the compound, so you see what it takes to remove it. Not a whole lot, really. You can even get away with a light polish on a lot of these coatings. Especially at the end of its life cycle, you can get away with a very fine polish. Down towards the bottom where we had the heat gun, you can't tell either coating. It didn't have a problem with it whatsoever. Okay, time to beat them up with some chemicals. We'll start off with something easy, just a dollar store degreaser, and we'll soak both sides. We'll take a look and see how it's fighting off the cleaner, and then we'll rinse it off and just make sure there's no residue. So I have Purple Power Vehicle and Boat down next to the panel ready to go. We'll wash off the residue and we'll take a look. Take a good look at the left side, the Simonize panel, as it's just a cheap degreaser, and one wash with Purple Power, and it's starting to sheet in areas. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We will jump up in aggression here. We're going to go to a wheel acid, as it takes really some strong stuff to do some damage to a coating. And we'll spray this on here, douse both areas. I'll let you see up close how both areas are dealing with this acid wheel cleaner. Alright, so just keep an eye on the left side. You're going to be able to see that What it comes down to with Simonize is a very light version of a coating, not very concentrated at all. Wouldn't be able to stand up to this 2-year coating here. This is on the lower end of the scale, one of the entry level. So there you go. If you are enjoying the content from this channel, be sure to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when we have fresh content available.